Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hour of Devastation. I am excited to be drafting this set because I got to open any second now. Here it comes. Here we go. Champion Wins. That card actually is rather good. I had a chance to play with that at my physical pre-release, and I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. Sunscourge Champion is also quite good, though. 3 mana 2/3 that gains your life from ETBs. It's no joke, but 3 mana 2/1 that draw. I like Champion of Wits more, and I think early in a set it's more fun to try and play with the goofier cards a little bit, the rares, things like that, than just the random 2 and 3 mana good creatures. Let's try Champion of Wits and see if we can't build something. At the pre-release, I had a blue-red Locust God deck that was awesome, that I thoroughly enjoyed. That seems unbelievably awful. Unbelievably awful. You know, it does not seem unbelievably awful. Open Fire. Unfortunately, long gone are the days where Lightning Bolt costs 1 red mana, and now it does cost a full 3, and it is still a premium removal spell, so that's where we found ourselves. Discord, you could please go away. I would appreciate that. To be perfectly honest with you, I was a little bit skeptical about Hour of Devastation when I read the spoiler and things like that. But when I actually got down to the store to play it on pre-release weekend, I actually had a ton of fun. And I say on pre-release weekend, they have now shifted the release on Magic Online so that pre-release weekend was yesterday. It's Monday right now, which is really nice. Burning Fist Minotaur I actually read about on Reddit earlier today, and I heard that it's better than it looks. And to me, it already looks pretty darn good. One to red for a 2/1 first strike. I'm kind of sold. Blur of Blades is a fun card too. Counter Scrapper is good as well, but nothing here sticks out to me beyond above the Burning Fist Minotaur, so I'm going to snap that up. You know, we're not married to our Champion of Wits, but Blue-Red was not a overly strong deck in Triple Amonkhet, though it looks like it gets some nice new tools with Hour of Devastation. Let's see if we can make those pay off. Here we have a couple of options. I am quite impressed with Firebrand Archer, honestly. Aerial Guide I liked a lot as well, though. Aerial Guide is rather good with some of the bigger, higher power red creatures. Devotee of Strength I had a lot of success with as well. There's some good cards in this pack. Counter Scrapper is obviously still good. Beneath the Sands is okay. Do I want Aerial Guide to go with my Champion of Wits? Do I want Devotee of Strength because it's probably just the best strongest card in the pack? I don't want to hit the Firebrand Archer because I'm already in red. I think I want the Aerial Guide. I think that is what I'm interested in. Let's try to replicate my pre-release deck. That does involve opening a Locust God right here, but we'll see how that goes. 15 randomly inserted Hour of Devastation cards. 1 basic land, 10 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare or mythic rare. Premium card, odds approximately 1 in 56 cards. I always thought, oh no, that's for foils. Mythic rares are about 1 in 8, if I remember correctly. A lot of birds going around here. What do we want here? Swarm Intelligence I'm not particularly interested in. Like, as nice as it is to copy Open Fires and Limited, I don't think I'm doing this, especially because it costs 7. That seems rather good. Like, 4 mana 2/4 is not amazing, but if you get to essentially draw a card, quote unquote, by putting something like this in your bin, that's rather nice. I'm going to take that. Make me value Eternalize and Embalm a little higher. This is really strong as well, actually. Well, let's try Vizier of the Anointed. And let's follow it up with another Open Fire. What is this still doing here? I will happily play that for days. I'm playing a lot of Crash Bandicoot lately because it just came out, and this aesthetically reminds me of it quite a lot for some reason. I'm not sure why. Makes me think of the boar level, Hog Wild and Crash Bandicoot 1. Look at that 666 soundtrack. Here, what are we looking for? 7 mana 5/5 hexproof is not particularly alluring. Ramunap Ruins is sweet art, but I don't know how sweet that card is. Unquenchable Thirst is good as a tapper, I suppose, but you need deserts to make it work. So we just take the desert because it's, you know, we'll play this over a mountain, and it's has an effect, it's relevant. Or do we just take the Graven Abomination? A random 3-1. I think I want the Ramanap Ruins. There was a lot more Desert Matter stuff happening than I anticipated at the pre-release, so let's see if we can get ahead of that. Do you just want a bear 2 mana 2/2, or do you want a 4 mana 3/3 afflict 2 that you can pump? This seems really annoying for your opponent. It seems incredibly annoying. I think I want the bear though. I think I want to bring the curve down a little bit. And a bear is always fine. Plus it's sweet for our Jackal Tribal. Remember, we have to value things with Eternalize more. And Embalm in pack 3. Not much more, but once this has, you want this to have a couple of targets, not just one. Obviously, this is actually one of the best targets you could possibly have, because Champion of Wits, when you cast it the first time, you draw 2 cards, you discard 2 cards. Which is certainly good, but it's not amazing. Eternalizing is what you really want. Now, that does obviously cost 7, because it's draw 4, ditch 2, and then this is actually draw 5. I think I want the Spellweaver Eternal. It's good with instant sorcerers, which blue and red should have a decent amount of. It's also just a 2 mana 2 on Prowess, and Afflict 2 is no joke either. The thing about Afflict is, say you attack, like, a 2 mana 2/1 will summon into the top, most of the time just trade for their similar 2 mana creature. Which is ordinarily a fine trade for you. If you attack then your creature has Afflict, your opponent also loses 2 life in that exchange, which is not nothing, not at all. Jason's Defeat, I think I'll bring in for the board against blue decks, but I don't think I'll take any of these. Ketra's Avenger I'm actually pretty impressed with, but we seem to have settled into blue-red pretty solidly, so I think I'll stay on that train. I think I will also take the Cycling Tapped Island, that is also a desert. Means we can pick up more Desert Matters cards as we see fit. Seer of the Last Tomorrow. Don't think I'm milling, but we'll take it. I hate Dutiful Servants. I hate that it's just 1 more mana for 1 more toughness on those who serve. I don't know why, but it just bothers me from a design perspective. I will take the Full Art Mitten, thank you very much. And then the non-Full Art Mitten. Alright, let's open the Locust God. I'll also settle for Nicol Bolas, but Locust God would be ideal. And I guess I'll splash some wood or whatever, but some sort of mythic, preferably foil, and then we're off. That's what I want. Ramanap Executor is none of those things. Boo Earns. It's actually not great for us. Ramanap Executor is the Crucible Worlds guy. I'm going to check real quick. Is this card worth any money? He's a demon on wheels. Da 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 da. I assume it's not. But let's find out. But let's find out now. It's 4 tickets. That's pretty good. I guess I'll just take it then. That's something you gotta figure out on Magic Online. Now, ordinarily we try. Oh, hang on now. I love Unsummon. On Magic Online, you got to think about how much the cards are worth. Because the market's so liquid, you can sell them instantly. It's important to think about how many tickets you can get for your card by trading it, which lets you play in more drafts. So while we don't ordinarily promote that because it doesn't tend to make for a good video, once in a while I think it's important to realize that that is a factor. You know, 4 tickets is a third of the entry into this event, so that's not nothing. Unsummon, I love this card. Have done for a long time, and I love building blue-red tempo decks. They're some of my favorite things to play in Limited. That being said, there's also not much else in blue-red in the pack. Claim to Fame. Fame is red, but we can't really cast it without casting Claim first. Traveler's Amulet lets us splash and things like that, but Unsummon I think is going to be the pick for me here. And it's good with our prowess creatures, things like that. It's good if we can get one of those archers that pings whenever you deals damage when we cast instant sorcery spell. That's also really good. I'm currently holding in my hand, actually, coincidentally, 2 of the Amonkhet or Hour of Devastation D20 spin down dice you get at the pre-release. I have 2, and I saw a thread on Reddit earlier about complaining about how the numbers are black, which makes them very difficult to read when they're down. And I don't find it to be too bad, but people were saying to be much cooler if they were gold. I think I do agree with that. Although the Bloodwater Entity, that is a blue-red uncommon. That is in both of my colors. I think it's better than any of these cards. And I think it's cooler. 3 mana 2/2 flying prowess is sweet, and if you want you can put a instant sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. Which is, on top of your library is not great, you don't get to return to your hand, but 3 mana 2/2 flying prowess, I can kind of stop reading at that point. Plus the art on it is sick. Some people are complaining about Amonkhet, and especially having looked at Hour Devastation, that it's not particularly fun draft format because it's so aggressive and Glorybringer are so good and things like that. But one thing I think you can't deny it is that the art in these last 2 sets has been absolutely amazing. Like this art alone I think is just awesome. I think it's super sweet. Ooh. Crypt of the Eternals, that's really cool. It's really cool. I'm gonna take Consign though. And you know, maybe we can play the Oblivion at some point, but Consign is a strong card. It is a lot like Unsummon. And I love those kinds of effects, and I think I'm gonna pick it up here. Here, I think I'm gonna take Thorned Moloch, perhaps. Yeah. 6 mana 5/4 Menace is pretty solid, and cycling 2 makes it a lot much easier pill to swallow. Tragic Lesson's a card I had great success the pre-release with as well. Plus, this art is just brutal. Just heartbreaking, but we only have 7 creatures, and I think I want to keep things going, and Prowess is a good way to do that as well. Second Unsummon. I will play, like, I just love Unsummon so much. I will play this card for days, and I think I actually just want it again, even if it's not the best card in the pack and all that. Like, I think the best card in the pack for us is probably either this or maybe this, but I'm going to take Unsummon, partially because the art is so gorgeous, partially because I just love the card. Puncturing Blow seems like a necessary evil. 4 mana, deal 5 damage to a creature. That is going to destroy most creatures, I would think. And I think I will take it. Works well with our prowess guys, things like that. I'm pretty okay with that. Didn't get any more Eternalized things for this, but that's okay. Like, some percentage of the time we'll get this with it, some percentage of the time we won't. And when we don't, it's a 4 mana 2/4, which isn't the end of the world. And if we play this before we Eternalize this, we still get to draw a card. That's nice. See, with that in mind, you'd think I want to take Proven Combatant, but Proven Combatant is just a 6 mana 4/4, which is not very good. Yeah, it's a 6 mana 4/4, comes table to 1 mana 1/1. I think I still just want the bear though. You know, even with the Eternalize, I think I still just want the 2/2. Again, here I could take Tragic Lesson. And it's a good card to keep up actually with things like Open Fire, Unsummon, and Consign in our deck. And with that in mind, I think actually we'll just take it here. Like, Thorned Moloch is cool and all. 3 mana 2/2 first strike prowess on the attack is really nice, but Tragic Lesson is so good when you have so many instant speed effects that I think I just want it. Kindle Fury, I guess I can put aside for now. I love this card so much. I've always loved this card, but this particular printing of this card, the effect of the magic, you know, peeling this guy back from reality is just so sweet. Conversely, this art, I hate. I hate this art. Sweet card, hate the art. It just looks so CGI-y and kind of, I don't know, it doesn't strike me as particularly interesting, whereas Unsummon is just gorgeous. I apologize if this video is just Dennis rants about how great Unsummon is for an hour, but it's pretty great, so I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I'm happy with how this is going so far. 9 creatures, 16 cards, you know, 3 pretty solid, rock solid removal spells, and our 2 Open Fires and our Puncturing Blow, and some good tempo in this. A good sideboard hoser in the Jace's defeat. Ooh. How many instant sources can I get in my graveyard? Is it a lot? It could be a lot. I could just take the Nimble Blade Kenra and be okay with it. It's got prowess, but I think if we're going to do it, let's do it. Oh man, our preview card and everything, and it's real good. I'm sad about that. Also sad about all the other cards in this pack, but Emberborn Minotaur is just rock solid and I will be taking it. Hopefully we can make this a 2-4 most of the time and then we're okay. Oh, I want this Labyrinth Guardian. Labyrinth Guardian I want for a couple of reasons. One, it's a pretty aggressive 2-drop. 2, it's just a rock solid card. But 3, I can search it with Vizier of the Anointed. Okay. Again, I think I want the Talcrop Skirmisher for the same reason. Vizier of the Anointed is just a rock solid 2-drop. I could take Pathmaker Initiate, use that to force 2 damage, but I think Talcrop Skirmisher does a similar job and synergizes with this, so I'm okay with that. I'm going to take Reduce to Rubble. And it's for a silly reason. Well, this is kind of cool. If you highlight a card, it highlights it in like this, but if you highlight a double card like that, it highlights both of them individually. That's kind of cute. The reason I'm going to take this is because it's really good with all of our instant speed stuff, because you leave up this and you do something else if they don't have something going to counter. But also, I found out at the pre-release that Rubble is just good. I just had great success casting Rubble. Now it's a little bit of a nombo with Enigma Drape because it exiles stuff from our graveyard, but we have quite a few instants and sorcerers. I think we're going to be alright. I'm really excited about this deck. I hope it comes together. Oh, Censor is perfect. Censor is just perfect for this deck. Absolutely perfect. I guess we take Heckman Sentinels. We don't have much looting, but what else are we taking? It has to be this. I think I might actually want Countervailing Winds more than I want Heckman Sentinels. I ramp up our counterspell game. Not something I usually like to do in Limited, but sometimes when the time is right, when things line up, you can make it happen. I do want the Nimble Blade Kenra though. I think I probably want it more than one of these Defiant Kenras. Actually, no, probably not. I think I'd always just rather have the 2-2 than the 1-3. That sometimes is a 2-4. Again, I don't think I'm particularly interested in any of these. I suppose I'll take a Hazard's. No, I just don't want any of these. I'll cut the Ret Crop Sphere Master, even though this is a league and that doesn't make much sense. Again, nothing particularly sticks out to me here, so Sacred Cat is getting the chop. Okay. This is actually playable, but I don't think this is the deck for it. Okay. Which one of our non-bases do we want? Probably both of them. And then slightly more islands and mountains, and I think we're good to go. boop, boop. No, you're for this, aren't you? Yeah, we're not able to cast Oblivion, unfortunately, but I think that's okay. Not too worried about that. Yep. Let's see how we do.